Hello, my name is Alex Krebs, and today I will be presenting Kacey Musgraves' High Horse and dive into the lyrical meaning as well as an interpretation of the music video for the track Proving How It Is Socially Relevant Today. High Horse is a disco-infused track which calls forth images of people that we all know who are arrogant and self-absorbed. To be on a high horse means to be full of oneself. Kacey takes us further by singing about people who want to bring others down based on how they perceive themselves. In the beginning of the video, we see Kacey working in an office setting. The music video as a whole has a vintage and retro vibe to it, bringing back nostalgia in both good and bad ways. The office setting represents the workforce and how women are treated in it. Kacey deals with the respect or lack thereof for women. Although Musgraves is a singer, her setting is not a recording studio, but an ordinary office, showing that no matter what your career in life is, all women face the struggles of others diminishing their power and accomplishments. The vintage setting also brings forth the ideals of women that are outdated, such as how women should be working from home as housekeepers who serve their husbands. Kacey uses this to show that women can be just as useful as men in the workforce and deserve to be treated as such. Women are not just placeholders in an office setting, but valuable members of the team.
Open up their mouth. Yeah, everyone knows someone who knows someone who thinks they're cooler than everybody else. And I think
In the next couple of shots, we see Kacey being approached by her superior, a man. He makes unwarranted sexual advances towards Musgraves and the other women in the office, which is a demonstration of how women are seen as objects in our society today. Men think that women are property and are always looking for someone to advance towards them. In the music industry as well as in society, women's bodies are objectified and seen as objects that are for the taking, whereas Kacey is stating that she doesn't owe her boss anything but her work. This is very relevant today in regards to women in the various industries as well as the Me Too movement. A prime example of this would be Kesha and her struggles with her previous manager, Dr. Luke, who sexually assaulted her while she was simply trying to do what she loved and to do her job well. Musgraves specifically makes her boss a male to show the disproportionate treatment of both men and women in the workforce, wherein men are seen as managers and supervisors, whereas women are normally seen as the workers or grunts in the office. Kacey chose to wear a jumpsuit to show that even though she covered up, her boss still made advances on her, bringing up the constant debate of, are women asking to be harassed and assaulted sexually based on what they decide to wear? Kacey is showing that no matter what women decide to wear, it is always the man who decides to take advantage of a woman, not the women themselves. She is completely covered up, and yet her boss still tries to take advantage of her and make moves on her. It was her body, and although she could have listened to what her boss had said, she chose to wear what she wanted to. Kacey is looked down upon by both her female and male coworkers in the video, representing how
you ain't never gonna come down.
and critiqued, even if they deserve the praise that they receive. Women are especially looked down upon when they succeed in any aspect in life, and Musgraves shows that just by being good at doing paperwork, her coworkers sneer and look down at her, showing that even trivial accomplishments can bring about rude objections and statements about one's work ethic or character. Next up, we're going to move into some lyrical analysis and see what Musgraves' intentions were by including these following lyrics. First, she states, "Oh, I bet you think you're John Wayne, showing up, shooting down everybody." John Wayne was a Western movie star best known for his heroic Casanova-like roles in which he always played the good guy that couldn't do wrong. Kacey has this line to represent the men in our society who think that they're higher than everyone else. These men think that they're the Casanovas of our society and think that everyone worships them and their achievements, but as soon as someone else gets a little bit of praise, they immediately call them out for it, believing that they are better than them. Kacey then states,
Darling, you take the high horse and I'll take the high
as someone who is bringing down everyone else, or being on their high horse, while someone else who blocks them out and lives life by their own rules is taking the high road. People will diminish you and who you are to feel better about themselves, but as long as you ignore them and don't retaliate or take the high road, you will be just fine and keep achieving in life. Lastly, when she states, who thinks they're cooler than everybody else, she wants to really drive home the fact that there will always be people who think they're doing better than you and try to tear you down. These people will make themselves look better and will try and make your accomplishments seem trivial, when in fact, both of these things are events and accomplishments to be proud of. No one should be tearing you down for accomplishments that you are proud of, because you are proud of them. Instead, everyone's achievements should be seen as something good and be taken into consideration. And lastly, Casey wants to remind you that she supports gay rights. Period. Casey's been known to be a supporter of the LGBTQIA+ community and shows it in her rainbow dress at the end of the video, which is reminiscent of the rainbow flag that represents part of the queer community. Her costumes and outfits show that you shouldn't listen to what others want you to wear, but instead what makes you feel most comfortable. She has outfits that draw more attention to herself, including outfits that have glitter and rhinestones, and definitely shows more skin towards the end of the video than her jumpsuit did in the beginning of the video. She now looks more secure in herself when she's dancing with friends in the club. No men are hitting on her in the club despite what she wears, further showing that it is the man's choice to sexually harass a woman, not what the woman wears. She feels most confident based on what she decides to do with her body, and when she doesn't listen to what others say about her. In conclusion, this song is about women empowerment and shows that you shouldn't conform to what people want you to do, but rather do what makes you happiest. Empowerment is not based on listening to others, but doing what makes you feel confident. Lastly, men do not own a woman's body, and Kacey Musgraves makes sure that we know it. Thank you for listening, and as Kacey would say, giddy up, y'all!